side with Northeast Ohio's best coverage. This is News Channel 5.
And with them changing the sentencing again, it's unbelievable. I don't get this judge, as I said, I don't understand. This guy's been found guilty twice.
One of the families of the East 87th Street house fire victims is speaking out. The man convicted of the arson, set to be sentenced on Tuesday, 9 years after 9 people were killed. Many hope this week would be the last chapter in this sad story. But tonight, new tonight, we learned sentencing for the convicted killer, Anton Lewis, has been pushed back again. Good evening, everyone. I'm Michael Baldwin, and I am in for Tracy. News Channel 5's Kristen Volk joins us. And Kristen, you had a chance to speak with the family at a tribute tonight.
I did, Michael, and they are certainly crushed that Lewis's sentencing is once again postponed. But the Golden family didn't let this bad news interfere with tonight, a very special night in which they paid tribute to their beloved Miles. The mood inside this banquet hall at East 93rd and Kinsman tonight was upbeat. The music, energetic. The people, fun. It's just the way they say Miles Gordon Cockfield would have wanted it. They still miss him so much.
It's just hard every day. You know, he lived in the house I'm in. Everything about him is there.
Rosalind Golden, Miles' grandmother, channels that raw, piercing pain she feels every day into this annual event, the Miles Gordon Cockfield Humanitarian Talent Showcase.
Every year I have 100 people in the show, so it proves to me every year that not only do they care, that they need this just as bad as I do.
Neighborhood kids come together to show off their talents. Some know Miles well, others not at all. But all of them know he died in a house fire on East 87th Street 9 years ago. 8 others died too.
Words can't explain how I felt that day, that night.
Miles' sister Camelia says she remembers the night her younger brother died like it was yesterday. And those indescribable, agonizing memories continue to weigh on her, especially as Miles' killer, Anton Lewis, is still not sentenced.
I just can't wait for it to be over with. I just want it to be over and done with. It's been too long.
Why is he not sentenced? I don't understand.
Lewis is supposed to be sentenced Tuesday, but it's reportedly been pushed back again. This is at least the second time the judge assigned to Lewis's case has postponed his sentencing.
What procedure is this? They could keep letting us suffer.
Lewis's conviction in the first trial was dismissed after the judge ruled that jailhouse informants used by prosecutors were unreliable. On your side in the studio, I'm Kristen Volk, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Kristen. Tomorrow, Cedar Point is set to reopen after being unexpectedly closed down. This story has been the big buzz across town all weekend. The Sandusky Amusement Park was closed for a second straight day today after a massive water main break forced it to close, but it's now been repaired. The park is set to reopen in the morning at 10 a.m. for general visitors. Resort guests will be allowed in at 9 a.m. Ironically, the closure had a ripple effect on nearby businesses who actually saw a boost in profits. People going to the park only to find it closed instead enjoyed other nearby attractions like Ghostly Manor Thrill Center.
Being that we are on the main drag for Cedar Point, we expected the drive-in traffic to be a little heavier, so we did bring in some extra people yesterday to help cover that.
With Cedar Point's resorts closed, Sandusky hotels are also very busy. All right, a deadly ambush has left 2 police officers dead. It's a developing story we're following in Las Vegas, where information is still coming in tonight. Here's what we know. 2 shooters, a man and a woman, shot and killed 2 police officers eating at a Cece's Pizza this afternoon. Then they ran into a nearby Walmart and told people to clear out before opening fire on an innocent bystander. Then the shooters killed themselves in an apparent suicide pact. Police are trying to make sense of it, but witnesses are providing chilling details.
Gun in their hand, and he just told me to tell the cops that it was a revolution, and he had just killed 2 cops inside Cece's.
Police have more than 1,000 witnesses to interview. We will have much more on this developing story on Newsnet 5 and Good Morning Cleveland. All right, we now turn to your forecast with Power 5 meteorologist Jason Nicholas.
Hey there, Michael. Good evening. Overall, a pretty nice evening, although the day started a little wet with scattered showers and even a couple of rumbles of thunder. We had about a half an inch of rain that moved through. Now we've cleared things out. Temperatures have cooled off, so pretty good sleeping weather. You can open up the windows. Temperatures right now in the upper 50s. I think many of us will be down into the middle 50s through the overnight. We had a few rain showers earlier this evening. Ashtabula to Youngstown. Those have left us. Was great weather for the big concert at Blossom. Tim McGraw was here, and a lot of folks enjoyed that. Upper 50s to near 60, so pleasant temperatures. Certainly for this time of the year, we could have some muggy nights. Tonight will not be one of them. That won't be the case as we head into the upcoming work week. We'll talk more about that coming up later. But notice some fair weather here, at least a couple of states away. So we're looking good here through the overnight and into your day tomorrow with a mix of clouds and sunshine. We'll break down that 7-day, which does include good chances at rain. All that coming up. Michael.
Thanks, Jason. A traffic alert. I-90 is closed on both directions at the Inner Belt Bridge, and it will stay that way overnight as crews dismantle large sections of the old Inner Belt. Drivers will detour onto 490 and 77 to get to downtown. The Inner Belt reopens at 6 a.m. in the morning. We'll have much more with weather and traffic updates on Good Morning Cleveland starting in a few hours at 4:30. All right, News Channel 5 is working with the Cleveland FBI to highlight ongoing crimes that you can help solve. And we've featured many bank robbery investigations in the past couple of months. We often hear that the feds are looking for the robbers, but after that, we never hear much more. For that reason, many people believe these criminals never get caught. The reality is almost all get caught. Cleveland had 60 bank robberies last year, and the FBI solved 92% of them. They had 17 so far this year and caught 14 robbers.
The media is great at helping us get those pictures out and get these guys identified. You know, we don't have a means in getting it out to the public. And so as soon as a bank robbery happens, you know, and I get the pictures, I'm forwarding it to the media so you guys can get it out to the public for us.
All right, remember, if you have tips about any ongoing crimes, call the Cleveland FBI. Rewards are available, and you can be anonymous. All right, Cleveland's new quarterback, Johnny Manziel, is getting fresh attention tonight. He was spotted wearing another team's gear, but you'll probably approve. Take a look. Someone tweeted this photo of Manziel at the NBA Finals in San Antonio, and he's wearing a Cavs hat. It's well known that Manziel is friends with former Cavs player LeBron James, who played in San Antonio for the Heat tonight. But Manziel is showing support for the right team. Sports director Andy Baskin joins us now. And Andy, I got to ask you, Johnny took some heat for going to Las Vegas. Now he's in San Antonio. Do you have a problem with it?
I don't have a problem with it. I mean, the guy's off. They don't have practice tomorrow. He's got to be back on Tuesday. So I just think the one thing he did that was smart was wearing a Cavs hat tonight. What LeBron knows how much grief he took for wearing a Dallas Cowboys hat when he would go to Browns games. So now you've got, you know, Johnny Football at a basketball game, and he's wearing a Cavs hat. He's showing support for the city. I don't know how you can say there's anything wrong with that.
All right, well, let's switch gears now. There was some history made on golf on the west side, right?
Yeah, it was a really, really big story, and it was kind of cool today. They started on Thursday and went through 4 rounds with no winner at the Lakewood Country Club. They went into a playoff. It took 11 extra holes, breaking a couple records, and we finally had a winner. New Zealand's Stephen Alker won the Cleveland Open in the longest playoff in Web.com Tour history, beating South Africa's Zowie van der Walt on a birdie. And the 11th extra hole, the 11th extra playoff hole, broke a tour record of 9 set back in 1998. It also matched the record for the longest playoff in a PGA Tour sanctioned event. Wow. The event and the victory was worth $108,000. It was a great weekend for the folks at Lakewood Country Club. We'll have much more on this story coming up in sports.
All right, thanks, Andy. Tonight, good music and good food at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. People packed the place for the Chef Jam. The sold-out event features food from lots of popular Cleveland restaurants, and it raises money for some good causes. The Rock Hall's music education program for Cleveland school kids and for culinary schools in the area. All right, people hit the street to spread awareness about chronic kidney disease. The Northeast Ohio Kidney Walk kicked off at the Great Lakes Science Center in downtown Cleveland today. And many of the people who took part are either kidney donors or recipients.
I'm just so happy. I couldn't imagine a better gift to give back to my mom, and I'm so happy she's still here and living a really healthy life.
It's 10 years later, and I feel great. I'm back to work and never felt better. It's wonderful.
Some familiar faces also showed their support for the Kidney Foundation. Browns players Phil Taylor and Dante Whitner were also there. Thousands of people took part in the annual Walk to Remember. More than 2,300 people joined in. It was held at the Cleveland Metro Park Zoo today and raises money for the Hospice of the Western Reserve, funding services it cannot normally pay for. All right, coming up, Tracy Morgan hospitalized. The latest on the comedian after a deadly car crash, his new surgery and condition. Sandra Bullock victimized. Talk about The Blind Side, how the Oscar winner is doing after an intruder broke into her home while she was there. Plus, brotherly love, the powerful reason this teenage boy carried his younger brother 40 miles today.